Hello, we will be doing a discussion of conducting a chi-square test of independence on personal finances. My name is Bruce Small Jr. I am a DBA candidate at the California Intercontinental University. Now, what we have here is our agenda detailing the list of slides that we'll be going over. We have the introduction, the study detail. We'll be doing a brief review of Kramer's V interpretations. Then we'll have the hypothesis test. And this time we'll be doing 3 hypothesis tests. Number of cars versus number of defaults, comfort level versus number of defaults, and number of cars versus comfort level. Ending with the main takeaway slides and a conclusions and questions slide. And now we'll just do a brief look at Kramer's V interpretation. On this slide, we have a look at Kramer's V interpretation, strength of allocation, the interpretation column, and the comments. As you can see here, each of the strength associations with the interpretation going from no relationship to perfectly symmetrical or perfectly symmetric. From the comments, there is no relationship to consider in 0.00 to when it's a full 1.00, you have very rare independent variable perfectly predicts the dependent variable. All of that is in between from 0.00 all the way to perfectly symmetric. And moving on to the next slide, study details. In the study details slide, we have the data set was generated using SurveyMonkey survey. Population consisted of participants located in the Midwest region of the United States. Questions were generated based upon these three factors related to their personal finances. Again, we're using about 150 participants for this program. Not the program, but for this survey. The three key factors in this survey were the number of cars, number of defaults, and the comfort level. Now we'll move it on to the first hypothesis. The first hypothesis test is number of cars versus number of defaults. The following correlational test was conducted. The null hypothesis says no relationship between number of cars and number of defaults. Alternative hypothesis states there is a relationship between number of cars and number of defaults. The chi-square statistics and its p-value were calculated using PSPP, assuming an alpha of 0.05. On the strength of that association, chi-square test with a 0.05 indicating that there might not be a relationship, or there is no relationship, or at best a very weak relationship. Using the x-square as a significant test with the 6 variables and 150 participants, you ended up with a 6.68 with a significance factor of 0.351, showing that there is no relationship between number of cars and number of defaults, which means the null hypothesis was correct. The second hypothesis test is comfort level versus number of defaults. The following correlational test was conducted. Hypothesis, the null hypothesis states no relationship between comfort level and number of defaults. The alternative hypothesis states there is a relationship between comfort level and number of defaults. The chi-square statistics and its p-value were calculated using the PSPP, assuming an alpha of 0.05. With that alpha of 0.05, showing that there might be a very, very weak interpretation according to the chi-square test. Then we, again, using the same formula with the significance test, we had the 6 variables, the 150 participants, also ended up with a 6.68 and a p-square of 0.351, almost the same as the other one, the previous first hypothesis test. Numbers were almost actually the numbers were identical. So we have a null hypothesis that is correct. There is no relationship between comfort level and number of defaults. Move on to the third and final hypothesis test. The final hypothesis test, the third one, also the final one, is the number of cars versus comfort level. The following correlational test was conducted with the null hypothesis stating there is no relationship between number of cars and comfort level, with the alternative hypothesis stating there is a relationship between number of cars and comfort level. Chi-statistics and its p-value were calculated using PSPP program, assuming an alpha of 0.05. Now, if you go by, once again, you go by Cramer's V interpretation, then you're going to them this very weak relationship. And that relationship, using the significance test, 6 factors, the same 150 participants from the Midwest came out with 450 in the significance test this time, with a P of 0.00 and a strength of association of 1.00. Cramer's V indicated a perfectly symmetric relationship. So, after looking at the 3 hypothesis tests and the information from it, what were our main takeaways? A perfectly symmetric relationship was found between number of cars and comfort level. We also discovered that the high chi-score, low p-value, also were perfectly symmetric in Cramer's V interpretations. We also discovered that no significant relationship was also found between number of cars and number of defaults. Also, no significant relationship was discovered between comfort level and number of defaults. So when it comes to defaults and comfort level, defaults and number of cars, there's no relationship there. The numbers just don't bear it out. And thank you very much for viewing this presentation. Are there any questions?